Alright, how's it going, y'all? Today we're going to be talking about how to install Synology DSM7 Beta on a Synology NAS in a virtual machine. This way, you don't have to risk any of the data on your NAS being corrupted due to a glitch in the beta that has not been resolved yet. Instead, you can run everything in a virtual machine and get a taste for what Synology DSM7 has to offer without putting any of your data at risk. It's a great setup. To do this, you are going to need two things. One, a Synology with BTRFS volume, and two, a Synology that supports a virtual machine. All Synologies that support virtual machines have BTRFS as a capability, but you are going to need a BTRFS volume. That is one limitation of Synology's virtual machine manager. And so setting this up is incredibly easy to do. All we have to do is go into Synology's page, and I'll just show you how to get to this from Synology's website. We just go into Disk Station Manager right here. Then we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says Get Involved. Just click Get Involved. And right here it says DSM installation, and you just select this right here, the Disk Station Manager 7.0 Beta Download Center. And then when you select your model, all you have to do is once again scroll all the way to the bottom and just download virtual DSM and click Submit. It'll download a .pat file. I'm not gonna do it because I don't wanna bog down Synology servers because I've already downloaded it to make sure it works. And once you download that, that's all you need and we're ready to go. Now we can go ahead and log into our Synology DSM. All right, so once you've downloaded that .pat file, we're gonna go ahead and open up Virtual Machine Manager. If you've not done this already, it's really easy to download. Just go to Package Center, and you're going to want to open up storage and create a storage pool, and network and create a VM network. Once you've done that, that's all you need to do. And if you've already run a virtual machine within DSM, you've already got those set up. I've got a video that I'll put in the description as well if you need more help with that. So now we're going to go into image. And we can see that we've got a few options here: ISO files, disk images, or a DSM image. So we're going to select DSM image, and this is my DSM image for 6.2, but now we're going to add that one for 7.0 beta. So just click add and select where it is from computer, from your NAS, or virtual DSM image. You cannot choose this to get to the beta, FYI. So you're going to have to either have it on your computer or on the Synology NAS. And we're just going to select from computer, and it's just right here. And it's going to go ahead and upload it from my computer. And now we need to select where it's going to go, which is the storage pool. All right, and so now that that's finally built, we can go ahead and spin it up. So to do that, we're going to go into Virtual Machine, and we're just going to select Create. One thing to note, if you already have a virtual DSM running, something like 6.2, that license is still going to be taken up and you require a license. All Synology NASs, as far as I'm aware, come with one free virtual DSM license, so you may have to power down one of them and then remove the license from it to do this. So we're just going to go ahead and click Create, and we're going to say Synology Virtual DSM. And so choose where it's going to live. And now we're going to name it. And I'm going to call it DSM7 Beta. I'll give it 3 CPU cores and 4 gigs of RAM. And now we're just going to go ahead and select how much storage it wants to have. And so now we need to select the disk image and the virtual disk size, basically how much storage we want it to have. So for disk image, we're going to select the newest one, which is 41222. Which is what was downloaded. You can verify under images which one it is, but 41222 is the most recent one, as of this video at least. And then I'll give it 200 gigs for this. And select the default VM network probably. If you have a more custom setup, you know what you're doing here already. And we'll say auto start yes. And now give whoever you would like to access to it. And now just click power on after virtual machine creation and click apply. And so now it's going to take a pretty long while because it's got to go through and create the virtual machine, and then it's got to power up, and it takes a little while. If you've not selected automatic map DSM licenses to it, it's going to ask you here to, hey, I need a license to do this operation, and you've got to select one there. But we'll go through and give it a few minutes to power on and get everything in order, and then we'll get back to you. Alright, and so now we've just given it a few minutes, and DSM7 beta is up and running, and as you can see here, it has an IP address, so that means we are all ready to go. Just go ahead and click connect, enter the IP address. And just like that, we are now in DSM7 startup. So we'll go ahead and go through the menu, and you need to basically create the normal stuff. I'll go ahead and just skip through all this stuff. And this is where we can actually go through and connect to our Synology account to start having those new sign-in options that DSM7 offers. I'll go ahead and do that now. Alright, and just like that we go through the options, and now we've got Synology DSM7 up and running on our system, and we're in a virtual machine. It is great, it has so many offers, and you can start playing around with it. DSM7 has so many great new features, especially when it comes to the user interface. You can start playing with things like photos and everything like that. Though note, most of this stuff is not going to carry over too easily to your upgrade, so don't do anything that you're going to have to redo later on unless you're okay with that. Alright, well I know this was a quick tutorial, but that's how you get Synology DSM7 up and running on a virtual machine. That way you don't have to worry about risking a fatal incident and losing data on your NAS because of a bug within the beta. Alright, well that's it. Go ahead and leave any other tutorials you'd like to see me make in the comments below, especially DSM7 ones. And also, if you want to hire me, email me at will@spacerex.co. Alright, have a good one. Bye.